Today for us at BNTF, as we are about to witness the signing ceremony, it really marks for us the end of one phase and the beginning of a new phase. Because the journey has indeed been long. We know there has been a lot of meetings, a lot of consultations, a lot of alterations and modifications. And more recently, I've had some meetings and discussions with the sports coordinator, Mr. Trevor Shillingford, as we try to put together a comprehensive project for Woodfordhill. So today we are here to present to you a brief on this project, and we trust that what has been presented, at least at this phase, will be to your satisfaction. Let me start by saying that the scope of works had to be adjusted following the contract tender process. Modifications had to be made. And that speaks to the high cost of doing such infrastructure works. So whereas there was an initial scope, following the tender process, modifications had to be made. So today, what we present are the civil works for this project. One component is the field drainage, very important. That would involve all the trenching and some block work, the drainage layer, the perforated pipes, so all the substructure work to drain the field properly. That is one main aspect of the project. The second major aspect of the project is really the field work. We have to do some excavating, leveling, and compacting, provision of topsoil, and importantly, grassing of the field surface. And then the other component is the access road improvement. And accompanying that, you have the construction of some concrete drains. So that is, in a sense, is the works that will be undertaken under this contract. And I'm telling you that the cost of this is in excess of $740,000. That's the contract will be signed this afternoon. So it speaks to. So I know that based on our initial discussions, a lot was discussed. But I want you to appreciate that due to the cost, due to the budget, that is what we are doing this afternoon. And I trust that you will truly appreciate the efforts that we are making to help enhance sports in the community of Western Woodfordhill. We will continue our efforts, to work with you when necessary and when necessary. But we can't make any promise, we cannot guarantee. But BNTF is always open and willing to work with the community, open and willing to work with the communities in enhancing the cause of sports. There's a heavy focus on youth and BNTF, and we know that sports is one way that you can assist the youth in developing themselves. So I present this project to you, and I ask for your fullest cooperation with the contractor, and we hope that in about 4 to 5 months' time, we can realize a newly upgraded playing field at Woodfordhill. Thank you very much.
On this cheerful note, I wish to call on the sports coordinator, Mr. Trevor Shillingford, to give us some insight as to why we are undertaking such a program.
I welcome the opportunity extended to the sports division to be part of this occasion. That is the upgrade of the Woodfordhill playing field. Improved sports facilities is always foremost on the minds of all athletes. Athletes usually lament that improvements to their performances are largely dependent on adequate facilities. However, the challenges for funding always comes into play when one considers the varying needs. At the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development, we are very much aware of the need to provide our athletes with quality facilities that will provide them with the opportunity to display their skills in the best possible sporting environment. The upgrade of this facility has been a long road. We have had 2 previous interventions made to get this facility to an acceptable standard, and several rounds of discussions and interactions with stakeholders. However, we are happy that this time around there are positive signs which will suggest to us that we will be receiving an acceptable product this time around. We are convinced, given the track record of the BNTF, that they will deliver on this one. The village of Woodfordhill is well known to be a village with a rich sporting tradition. Many will remember the raw cricket and football talents which emerged from this community in earlier years. And in recent times, we have seen talents emerging in track and field athletics and football, and that also includes women's football. The name of Shanika Yankee leads the pack. A bronze medalist at the Commonwealth Youth Games and a gold medalist at the Carifta Games in javelin is a product of this community. Cassandra Alexander and Tabik Lockhart are also track and field athletes who have represented Dominica in women's football. Presently, we have Mr. Rion Coffey, who is a member of the men's senior national football team presently preparing for qualification to the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And Miss Gemma Leslie, who is a national female footballer. It is clear, therefore, that within the limited facilities this community has produced, therefore it is fitting that this upgrade to the facility is happening at this time. And I just want to pause to alert all to the group of young boys who are sitting on the edge there with one football in their hands, just waiting for this ceremony to be over so they can use the poles. Yeah. Okay, so therefore it is fitting that this upgrade to the facility is happening at this time, as we believe that such an upgrade will further propel the youth of this community to realizing their true potentials, be it in football, track and field, or cricket, and I know the ladies, some of the ladies there would want me to mention rounders. The improvements to this facility further allow the youth of this community to engage themselves in activities geared at keeping them away from the ills of society. It is common knowledge of the impact sports participation can have on our youth in the area of self-development, such as improved self-esteem, confidence, and the building of character. An improved sports facility will allow the development of such attributes. As a new ministry, we have placed increased focus on sports at the community level as a means of sustaining our youth and national programs, and also the development of our communities through sport. This upgrade will further assist us in achieving our community sports agenda, as it will provide opportunities for the active engagement of residents of the community in sporting programs. The improved facilities is expected to serve as a hub for socialization and the coming together of residents for recreational and wellness activities, which will lead to a healthier and more productive community. Like the residents of Woodfordhill, the Sports Division eagerly awaits the completion of this project as there are programs to be implemented. We urge residents to give support to the project and to take ownership of it when completed. Thanks to the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica for the continued investment in sports facilities. This upgrade is happening at a time when recent announcements were made of available funds in this year's national budget for the commencement of the indoor sports complex at Stock Farm. It is also happening at a time when the Massac indoor facility is nearing completion. It is now left to the athletes to ensure that use is made of the facilities and that such improved facilities lead to the improvement in performances and participation. Basic Need Trust funds must be complemented for including sports as part of their programs for funding and for remaining steadfast in their efforts to seeing this project to implementation. The youth of this community, and by extension the nation, awaits the completion of this project. We look forward to the smooth execution. I thank you.
This is a village where you would find the most loving, loyal, patient Dominicans. This is also the village with the most beautiful white sand beach in Dominica. Upon entering the political arena, the people of Woodfordhill welcomed me into their homes, their lives with no conditions. I became very encouraged by the genuine love for the community and the eagerness to work together to develop the community of Woodfordhill. Within a short time, I saw the need for a total reform of the community to empower persons to reach their goals. One of the requests from the villagers was the completion of the Woodfordhill playing field. And I am happy today that we can stand here and fulfill this commitment. Today we gather to witness the signing ceremony for the contract to upgrade the Woodfordhill playing field. This project is in excess of $700,000. I urge the contractor, who is present here today, to try his best to utilize our local skilled men, and I urge the young men and women within the constituency to take advantage of employment opportunities which may arise. I hope to see our young people utilize this facility in a manner that empower them physically, mentally, and emotionally. I urge you, the villagers, to form and revive your sporting groups, your clubs, and organize events to utilize this playing field. This is an opportunity to invite other teams from around the country to participate in activities here in Woodfordhill. The entire community stands to benefit from the use of this facility. I urge our vendors to see this as an opportunity to earn income from selling food and drinks when we have events here at this playing field. I have done my part. The government has done its part. It is up to you now, young people, to use this facility and make the best of it and the opportunities that are available. As your parliamentary representative, I will continue to pursue opportunities that will perceive until we can say that our lives have been made better. Just yesterday, I was here with a team from housing presenting plans for the development of the new housing scheme, which is in excess of 12 million EC dollars. This consists of 30 3-bedroom homes which will be made available to vulnerable families. Presently, we are completing a number of homes and doing repair and strengthening roofs. Even amid this uncertain and frightening period of COVID-19, your government continues to invest in your social safety net programs. The Yes We Care program, the 70+ and over, and the NEP continues to function. For the past weeks, our focus has been preparing our children for the new school year. We have supported families with the 500 grant to all students moving to high school. We have also made available books and other material to these students. I am very proud to say that the uniforms for all our children within this community is being sewn right here in Woodfordhill by our women's sewing group. I was able to give them a start through fundraising. They used these funds to purchase the materials for the uniforms. The government will now be paying the group for these uniforms. This is the kind of empowerment I will perceive for you, my people, to help you make your lives better. Today, I remind you that the community is ours to build. If you see the drains are blocked near the field, which would cause damage to the playing field, stop and unblock it. If you see there is anything that will compromise the field, take action. Tell the village council, tell me as your power rep, inform somebody and do as much as you can to preserve this facility. Again, I thank the government of Dominica. I thank each of you here today for showing your support, and may God continue to bless our constituency and our country. Thank you.
This ceremony is the 6th contract signing ceremony for 6 projects that amounts to $5.3 million. And this is on the Basic Needs Trust Fund Program 9, but it consists, BNTF-9 consists of 7 projects. So sometime during this month or early October, we'll be signing the 7th project. By the time we do that, BNTF-9 program will be at a cost of over $7 million invested in communities across Dominica. Over the years, BNTF has done tremendous work, and the government through BNTF has invested significant resources in towards poverty alleviation and the upliftment of communities and families. In fact, very recently on the BNTF 7 and 8, approximately $10 million was spent, and that benefits several communities in several districts in Dominica. For example, it included repairs, rehabilitation of Sansove Primary School and the procurement of relevant equipments for their kitchen and so on. Good Hope Resource Center, which is being upgraded. It included the upgrade of the Clifton Primary School, Laplain Water Supply, which was in excess of $1 million, Salisbury Water Supply, Wesley Woodfordhill Marigot Water Supply, which was also in excess of $1 million, Monwamie Farm Road right here in Woodfordhill, Boetica Water Supply at a cost of $1.4 million, Pierre Charles Auto Mechanics upgrade for vocational skills, $800,000, Calibishi River Wall, Dublin River Wall, Wesley Resource Center. So you see that Honorable Grant and resident of Woodfordhill, your constituency has benefited from BNTF 7 and 8 significantly, and a number of communities have benefited. And you will realize all of these projects are projects which are directed at improving the quality of life of villagers or community persons across in the various communities. And the focus, much of the focus has been on education and human resource development, on access to water, on drainage as well, and improving infrastructure, community resource centers, and so on, all towards the benefit of the communities. Today, we are here, as I said, for our 6th program out of the 7, 6th sub-project out of the 7 on the Basic Needs Trust Fund Program 9. As we've already been told, the proposed sub-project is to upgrade the playing field into a top-quality sports facility for the benefit of the community, and I dare say not only of the community, because I would expect several other teams would be here neighboring communities would be here enjoying the facility. So when a community benefits from a facility like that, it is not only a community, but maybe the entire region, northeastern region, and even the wider Dominican society. And this project is very, very important to the community, but sports is sort of synonymous with youth development. When you speak sports, often you speak of youth active participation and their career, even their career development. We learned of a number of young people making a lot of strides in sports, even in the absence of a proper facility. So we would all imagine that with the improvement in sporting facility in this playing field, that we would expect much greater achievements and accomplishments among the young people in particular of this area. We know that sporting programs, and I would quote according to Wolfgang, well, I can say the surname, sorry, it's too long, but he said that through his scientific research, it has shown that sports for young people can produce several social and educational outcomes, such as improved self-esteem, being better able to handle stress, increased academic performance, better relationships with others. It promotes inclusion of minority social groups, because as we know, there are some young people, when they are able to achieve in sports, it builds their whole character. So it is very important to character building. And what I would encourage young people is to take full advantage of this facility while you make sure that you protect, maintain, and sustain the facility. And we also urge the entire community, because with increased activities, sporting activities, you would also expect increased economic activities during those events. So it is a win-win for everyone in the community. And I want to really thank the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the community people who came together to ensure that this project was proposed. And today we are seeing the first step in its realization. So we are grateful for this project. And you would note that a number of these projects, they cater for sports. They also cater for cultural, such as the community centers, for cultural development. Even the schools with their auditorium cater for cultural development. So our ministry, in terms of our mandate, is also benefiting from the work or from these projects as well, in terms of sports, culture, and community development. In this year's budget, actually, there are a number of projects that are to be implemented this year in terms of the development and advancement of sports, a number of facilities, such as the Massac multi-purpose indoor sport facility, the multi-purpose sport complex, the continued work on the sports stadium so that we can have cricket whenever international cricket comes around. We also have a number of playing fields, and your playing field is benefiting from this project, but we will be doing work on other playing fields, such as the Geneva playing field and the Colliho playing field and others. We'll also be working with a number of sports groups for the upliftment or upgrade of some hard courts. And yesterday on the BNTF, we noted that Mont Prosper would be benefiting from the upgrade of a hard court. So there's much to be done, and we remain committed. We also have a number of projects in terms of culture, development of culture as well. So we remain committed to ensure the development of communities, because when we speak sports, we speak community development. When we speak culture, we speak community development. And so we are well placed and well integrated, all the departments, to ensure that we can bring uplifted lives, improved quality of lives across several sectors in Dominica. So I want to thank you, and I want to encourage the community to own this project, to buy into this project, make sure that this project is going on well, and offer yourselves for employment on this project as we encourage the contractors throughout all of these projects that they try to make sure that they utilize local skills, local talent, and try to ensure that the community can have this added benefit of earning income to support themselves and their families, all in the interest of development of community and families. I thank you, and I wish you well. I wish every success for this project.